What's up, guys? I'm Anthony Totri, and I'm here in the 4PX minibar for another edition of Totri's 2 Cents. And this week, we're going to be talking about a take from Jake from DNVR Buffs. He does a phenomenal job covering the Colorado Buffaloes, but this last take is just something that I can't let slide. For me, this is one of the craziest takes that I have seen this offseason, and it's where Jake compares Shedeur Sanders to quarterback Joe Burrow. He had an entire video from the DNVR Buffs podcast alluding to Shedeur Sanders potentially having a season similar to what Joe Burrow did his senior season at LSU. Really? That's what we're doing? For those of you that don't remember, Joe Burrow put together one of, if not the most historic college football seasons that anyone has ever seen. He threw 60 touchdown passes, just 6 INTs, threw for over 5,500 passing yards, and completed 76% of his passes. Joe Burrow is, in that moment, the greatest college football quarterback that we've ever seen. And that is point blank, period. Those numbers, 60 touchdowns, 5,500 passing yards, 76 completion percentage. I don't care who his wide receivers were. They won the national championship, absolutely dominating Trevor Lawrence and the Clemson Tigers. And we're sitting here saying that Shedeur Sanders, who was on the worst team in the Pac-12 last season, based off of conference record, is anywhere near Joe Burrow, is going to somehow magically put together one of the greatest college football seasons in the history of the game. Stop it. Stop it right now. Now, Jake, in the take, says similar accuracy, toughness, confidence, swagger, underrated mobility, and clutch factor. First and foremost, those 5 categories aren't something that you use to comp one college quarterback to an NFL quarterback. I'll give you confidence and swagger. What the hell does that mean? Huh? It means nothing in terms of an NFL comp, but I'll give you that. Sure, Shedeur's got confidence. He's got swagger. So does Joe Burrow. Clutch factor, I disagree. I disagree with the clutch factor because what did I just tell you? Shedeur Sanders and the Colorado Buffaloes, they won their last game of the season, October 7th against Arizona State. After that, they lost to Stanford in double overtime, 46-43, after being up pretty much a gazillion points in that game at halftime. They lost to UCLA. They lost to Oregon State. They lost to Arizona. They lost to Washington State. But he's got the clutch factor, right? To have the clutch factor, you also have to be in clutch moments. Colorado as a team doesn't get very many clutch moments, very many clutch opportunities because it's not a very good team. Joe Burrow was in the SEC. Joe Burrow put the LSU Tigers on his back. Joe Burrow made it to an NFL Super Bowl just a few seasons ago. Don't sit here and compare these two quarterbacks. The underrated mobility is not a thing. In the take, Jake brings up the USC game specifically. USC's defense was handing out 40 burgers like it was a volunteer center. Okay? USC's defense was garbage. Don't use that as a comparison for that one specific game. Underrated mobility. But sure, even if I give you that, that doesn't make these two quarterbacks anywhere similar. The accuracy, Joe Burrow, again, that senior season completed 76% of his passes. That is absolutely ridiculous. Shedeur Sanders had a really solid season last year, only completed 69%. For Shedeur Sanders to have anywhere near a Joe Burrow season, he would need to do something miraculous. He would need to increase his touchdowns by 33. He would need to increase his passing yards by over 2,000. He would need to increase his completion percentage as well. Shedeur Sanders is not Joe Burrow. Shedeur Sanders is Geno Smith at best. Guys, head to the comments. Let me know what you think of this week's Totri's 2 Cents.